Bezos, aided by money because we live in a monetary system rather than the Venus Project, which would be lovely. Check out the other vid on a resource-based society. You've got these guys going out using their money to do things for the good of humanity. Bill Gates. There's a brilliant TED talk from Bill Gates. I think it's either Bill Gates or his wife. You've got to watch it, a TED talk on them, and saying how difficult it was for them to give away their wealth, and how they would put it into ventures that would just be pear-shaped and not work, and how difficult it was for them to give away their money. Oh yeah, let's go and try and cure, I think they're trying to eliminate malaria, and you can eliminate diseases with enough funds. And well, corona, once you start realizing how much money and damage a disease does to an economy, isn't it amazing how we can put millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of pounds into resources to find a cure? Isn't that funny? Just isn't that funny? So, and I think to myself then how far advanced we would be if the Nikola Teslas were used honestly, if Einstein's theories were used by everyone and not just to make a bomb and kill people. If every single bit of technology and time spent on weapons to weaponize countries and weaponize technology was used for the good of everyone. Whittle, he never patented the gas turbine engine, the jet engine. He never patented it because he wanted it for the good of humanity. So there is examples out there. Yeah? Elon Musk. I don't know him. I'm not going to comment. But I do like some of the stuff he says. Some of the stuff he says I don't. But some of the stuff and some of his actions are very human, you know? They're very... I don't care. You're doing... People he speaks to maybe in a monetary world, and he doesn't like that. He will go out the box and he will do it. And he built SpaceX, didn't he? And I heard him saying that he went to Russia to buy a rocket, and they laughed at him and said, "Oh, you cannot afford a rocket." So he thought, "Fuck it." So he went out, said to his guys, and how do we make rocket? Can we make a rocket ourselves? At which point they said, "Well, yeah, of course we can." So they made their own rocket, and it works. It works. They made Tesla. How cool is a Tesla? How cool? I'm in a Prius, a battered, manky Prius, yeah? But this Prius was going to go to a scrapyard. Yeah, horn don't work still. It does sometimes. So you can do it. I've always wanted a Prius. Most people want a Ferrari, want a Bentley, want a Lamborghini. Always wanted a Prius. Always wanted a Prius. And now I've got two. Oh, such luxury. So I'm digressing, isn't I? Going back to religion. So could these people have been influencing these other people to say, you know, you could think about how to make an electric motor and revolutionize human beings by giving them an electric motor? And that's what we did. A Prius was designed by a bunch of hippies in the 70s. But of course, back then we didn't have the ability to mass market the technology for people, because it would be too expensive or too big. The technology in this Prius would have taken up a house, so they couldn't do it. So Toyota waited, and then they did it. But Insight did it first. Honda did it with the Insight, but for some reason a Prius has taken the panache. I mean, everyone, it's first hybrid. No, it's not the first hybrid. They've been making tractors in the 50s that run on batteries, Alice Chalmers. Oh, big wrecker there, look. Oh, his day's gone bad. So yeah, I mean, that's my sort of take on religion. Do I have a religion? I don't know. What do you reckon from those ramblings? Do I have a religion? I don't know. I like to think of maybe I've got an entity who looks after me. I don't agree with religions per se, and I find a lot of religions are used to manipulate and coerce people. I don't like the way you could have a holy war, which is basically two people fighting over an imaginary friend. My imaginary friend's better than you. that sounds like what it is. So I don't know. Am I wrong to put this on the internet? My questions about my life and the life that we live. And in this country, I think we've got it pretty good when it comes down to the balance between religion, freedoms. And we're evolving. Look at it, 200 years ago, you're a puffer who had been burnt on the stake. Back in the 50s, it was illegal to be homosexual. And now you've got... Okay, there's still some churches that don't allow it and religions that don't like it. But they're having to evolve. They're having to evolve and have women vicars. They're having to evolve with acceptance. Now, it's going to be interesting how Afghanistan plays out with the new Taliban. Because they're just going to go back to their old tricks, possibly. And that's religion gone wrong. And I don't think any religion really teaches that is right. But the problem with religion is it can be manipulated, which is why I think religions have certain rules about how you behave. It wasn't made as a religion, it was made for you to get on and for our civilizations to prosper. Okay? That's why I think religions are really there, but they've been manipulated in order to gain things and to coerce people into being controlled. And I don't like that. I don't like that part of religion. And it does seem strange that the most richest setup in the country is actually the richest people. Oh, that was nice of him, wasn't it? The richest people in the country, and now he's having to slam his brakes on. Good, like that driving. So now I'm having to drop off and get the car up my ass behind because he's slamming his brakes on, and I want a nice distance. Asshole. So, what's that all about? Is he religious in front? Is that how his religion tells him he's got to go about and do the work of the Lord quickly, and that's why he's driving like that? But that's a disregard for other people. And religions don't teach that. So are we just thinking he's selfish and he's not religious? Who knows? And I've had many an argument with a Christian and said, well, I do that. So am I a Christian? Well, no, you're not. Do you go to church? Well, fuck no. Too busy helping and enjoying my life and bringing my kid up, bringing someone else's kid up, which I've done twice. And how do you know that's not what he wants? How do you know? They say he's all around you, most gods, and they see what you're doing. And if they are really strong, why did they not stop that little prick shooting everyone the other day? Shot a 3-year-old and a parent in Plymouth. Where was he? Where was he then? So these are the questions I have about religion. To tell me and then to say, oh well, we forgive you. If you're bad, you get forgiven. So I'm like, hang on a minute, there's something a bit screwed up here, isn't there? So you can do loads of bad things, but we forgive you. And I don't quite understand that bit. So you can be a killer, a murderer and a rapist, but you can go to church and confession and say, oh, I'm really sorry, and they go, oh, well, you're forgiven. Now, my ideas on forgiveness is it doesn't do you any good. Hatred is a negative energy. And whether it's a hatred of someone who's wronged you, a religion, a group of people, it's wrong. Okay? Wherever you're told that that's right, to hate someone, to want revenge, to want harm on another person because of their colour, because of their religion, that's wrong. Most religions will tell you that. It's wrong. And yet it happens. And I can't understand that. So would it be better that we have no religion? Sound like John Lennon. So, I don't know. I hope you can see me because it's fucking dark. It's bloody, 8:30 at night and it's bloody dark. How crap is that? And it's not raining, so I could have gone on a bike. I was chucking it down during the day and chucking it down this morning. And I need to plug my car in because I've got an engine management light on. And we've got a red light on the Prius, so red triangle of doom on the other blue Prius, so that'll be an interesting vid. So I just thought I'd put that out there, guys. My views on religion. I do kind of think about the brain having an energy and the power of attraction. You think about something long enough, it's going to happen to you, whether or not that's a bad thing or a good thing. People always have bad things happen to them. Is that because they're always thinking of bad things? Is that how it works? Is that why people... I mean, people have said to me, bloody hell, Rob, you have some shit go on in your life, but you always come out smelling the roses. You can fall in a cesspit and come out smelling the roses. Now, is that because I always look at myself in a good way and that I will fall in a cesspit? Life's been pretty shit in my life, but I always come out on the other side smelling the roses. Because I refuse to allow myself not to come out of a cesspit smelling the roses. Whereas some people just get in that black cycle. Oh, it's happened again. Oh, it's happening again. Or they start thinking, I don't want this to go on. I don't want this to go on. I don't want to be poor. I don't want to be poor. I don't want to be poor. But because they're thinking of the word poor, that's all they're going to get. They're going to be poor. Instead of thinking of being wealthy and happy. And then they'll be wealthy and happy. That's the power of attraction. So check out Secret Rhonda Byrne. So that's that side of it. And I'm kind of like that. They explain it like, sometimes everything goes wrong. Oh, make sure I've got some cash. Everything goes wrong for some people, You get up, you bang your toe, and then it's just a cascade of badness through the day. So you'll have a cascade of badness all through the day. They're going to love me. On the Tamar Bridge, you have a cascade of badness that happens. So, is that because they just think, oh, that's gone wrong, that's gone wrong, that's gone wrong, that's gone wrong, instead of trying to switch yourself? And secret shifters, these are the secret shifters. I've already said about my secret shifter of flying down the A30 in my on my 1985 bike. And see, the road is going to close now, and yet there's still people, woo, there you go, flies in front, 40 mile an hour limit, slams on the brakes. What a knobber! But is that because God is telling him? I also have a theory about a luck pot. That's another theory of mine that I came up with. So, every single human being has a luck pot, okay? And you have a set level of luck, like a game. To simplify it. So you have a pot of luck, and if you're a dickhead like that, you eat into your luck. So when it comes to having cancer or being in a plane crash or being in a situation like that, you've got your luck pot like a cat with 9 lives to go into and use. But if you've been a dickhead like this guy in front who was driving like a dickhead, now he's in a 40 mile limit and he's driving at 30 and slamming his brakes on, because there's a speed camera, but that's a speed camera for a 40 mile an hour limit. Come on, mate. You nearly crashed into me, getting past me, and now you're doing 30 miles an hour. All over the road. Right, so, but do I care? I don't give a shit. So going on, oh, now he's gone. Oh, look at him go. No, now he's slamming his brakes on. What is he doing? Oh, I don't think he knows the road, does he? He's coming up to a bend, slam the brake on. Right, so I don't even know if you can bloody see me. How crap is this? You have a luck pot, and being a dickhead, jumping off cliffs, you use your luck pot, and then eventually your luck pot goes, and you haven't got any more luck to go into, and you croak it. That's a theory I've got. Who's to say that's not what it's like? You don't know, do you? Oh, hear that engine. Come on, Prius, come on! Yeah! Show them something, didn't we, eh? 53 miles an hour. Let's go, daddy-o. So, let me know in your comments. I've got 1,000 subscribers, so I could get 1,000 comments. I don't think so. And I don't know what to title it as. Put that in a comment, and if it's a good comment, I'll title it as that. Because I don't know what to title this as. Religion rant? Because it's not a rant, I'm just sort of discussing religion. Religion discussed. That'd be quite good. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? And they say God invented everything, and you're like, oh, okay then. So he invented this little bug whose sole purpose in life is to chew through eyeballs of children, make them blind. What the fuck? Did he do that? Did he come up with that idea, did he? So, I don't know. But again, with enough thought, we could have cured that. Instead, we're building tanks, guns and weapons. And we're being told to hate other people. There's a lot of anti-Russia rhetoric at the minute in this country. There was a lot of anti-Europe rhetoric, probably sent over from Russia to make people leave Europe. And that's because Europe was strong. Us in Europe was incredibly strong. It was a big power, a big Western power. So of course Russia doesn't want that. Divide and conquer. So, yeah, that's my view on that one. But people can be manipulated with religion. So, I don't know, it's difficult, isn't it? It's really difficult. And, yeah, it gets my goat a little bit. And yeah, I'll go to church for funerals, although I haven't been to a church for a funeral for a long time, and for weddings, and crazy mad Chris the Vicar in Newquay, wow, he could get me to go. He could get me to go to church, he's so funny. I can remember he went into Newquay and got in charge of them. Well, this is like 20 years ago, if not more. And everyone's like, oh, new vicar, what's he going to be like? And he was young. And we got in there and we did a wedding, and he said, right, he says, now, before the bride gets in, obviously I am the new vicar, Chris. Photographs. I understand there's lots of photographs and cameras in here. I want to say there shall be no photographs in the house of our Lord. And everyone's like, shh, shh. Nah, I'm only joking. Take as much photographs as you want. And it was such a funny wedding. And then he had to sign the book, so it looked like he was entering another man as he signed the book that he didn't do. It was just brilliant. He's in the pub one day and someone said, you alright? Yeah. And they said, oh, you got a wedding? No, I haven't. He said, yeah, I have. There's a wedding. And he goes, no weddings today. Got in his diary, fuck, I've got a wedding. And he ran to the church because it'd be quicker than going home, get in the car. So he just ran to the church about 2 miles up the road. So that was quite funny. Mad Chris the Vicar. So yeah, so there's my rant. Oh, it's a penguin I could have eaten. There's my rant, today's rant. So let me know, people, if it come out, if my audio isn't shite yet again.